All right, it's been a minute. My old phone broke, and I have a rant about that. I'm not going to talk about that too much. You can check the video that I'm going to link. Anyways, today I wanted to show you how I prepare and kind of organize myself so that I can create Udemy videos and classes and lectures, and at the same time recycle that content for YouTube or vice versa. And it's a quick way to do it. And I just want to show you. You can see my screen here. And what I have here is all of my R videos, and you can see they're set up in such a way. Let me start with the playlist here. So there's a playlist that starts with number 1 or 0, and it goes up to whatever number I'm on, number 9, right? So I'll even click on this. You can see the actual playlist, nice and organized. So I want to show you what I do is I record the video, right? So I record the video, 10, 12, 15-minute video, edit it down to 9 minutes or something like that. So I have a good chunk of video, a lesson. I have a short lesson because people don't want to see longer lessons than 10 minutes anyways. So what I do is I record the lesson and I just capture my screen. I talk about some of the stuff I'm actually typing out because it's a programming course, and I record it, edit it, boom, it's good to go for YouTube, right? So I stick it on YouTube. I use Final Cut Pro, throw a couple titles in there, a couple, hey, subscribe here's, a couple of links, etc., etc. Well, as soon as I'm done with that edit, with that recording, I might record 2 or 3 of these in one setting and then go edit them over the next 2 weeks or something. It doesn't take that long to edit. It's just getting the motivation to do it, and life gets in the way. So what you do is you edit them and then you record it for YouTube, and then you delete all your little things that had like subscribe now or check out my other videos, anything to do with links that look like they're on YouTube, right? Now the terms of service for Udemy says you can't have the same course on YouTube and on their site. That's fine, but you can have similar stuff and you can have portions of your course. So what I do is I record those 10-minute snippets. And as you can see, they're all here and they're all in order, right? So they kind of have an order. You can't really skip around unless you kind of know how to program already. So first you create these, and then what you do, and I meant to have my Final Cut Pro hooked up, but I don't right now because it's on an external SSD. And what I do is after I'm done, I just go ahead and I go to Udemy and I'll just port that same video. I'll render it without all those titles and all the YouTube stuff on there. And I'll port it and I'll say, look, here's lecture 3. Here's what I just did. I did the R script. Here's another one. I did create R markdown files, etc., etc. And as you create them for YouTube, you just throw them on there. You're not publishing them yet. You just throw them on there, getting them organized. Once you have them organized, what I do is I'll take another 10-minute intro or 5-minute, probably more like a 5-minute intro, and I'll talk about what I'm about to teach and why it's important. I'll give you some history. So that's my intro, my orientation to the lesson. So I'll do like a quick 3 to 5 minute intro to the lesson, then the lesson, and then what I do is I put only that on Udemy, not on YouTube. So there's some differences there. Yeah, it's not a whole lot yet. Finally, when you go back to Udemy and you start looking at these courses, you find spots that you left out or you want to add to. Well, that's when you start adding the content that goes along with the intro or the orientation and the actual lesson. So you have your 3 to 5 minute intro with a little bit of background of what you're about to teach. You have your 10-minute clip that you've already recorded for YouTube, which is a good marketing scheme. And then you add your bonus stuff in there, right? And the bonus stuff is going to be, hey, I just looked at this video. I forgot to mention this, this, and that. And so you do another video and you say, here's some other tips. Add another 5 to 8 minutes on that for each video. And eventually when you get towards the end, say this one's going to be a total of 30 10-minute clips. Only about 15 of them, or maybe 20, will be on YouTube. But that's the method I'm using so I can recycle content as much as possible and use the YouTube stuff as my marketing scheme to get people in, which is a useful course if you actually have to learn R, no doubt about it, in this particular course. I'm going to do other courses in the same fashion though. I'm always going to use YouTube as my social media platform. Throw that stuff on Udemy and Skillshare and all these other things. So I also think about Skillshare when I do these. Skillshare is really meant for like smaller courses, like 30 minutes total. So you figure you have like 2 10-minute chunks, but always think when you're doing these chunks on YouTube, what kind of project can I make? So then you add a little project at the end and you say, hey, you've just learned all this, now do this. So you add that little project and boom, you've got a strategy for success. You have Udemy, YouTube, your marketing, and Skillshare all at once with the same recording. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to explain, was just how you can recycle content like that and think about these other platforms. YouTube is just the media for getting people to go to your paid courses. In your YouTube, eventually, after you get to like 15 or so, you throw a YouTube only version and say, hey, if you want the no ads, if you want the full course, you want the extra content. So another thing I do is I create little PDF files of each video, and you can download those. Some people don't have access to the video, they want to read about it, they can read about it. I just wanted to give you the idea of how to recycle content from multiple platforms. It's going to save you a lot of time, a lot of effort, and it's going to hopefully make you some more money, because YouTube is more of your advertisement platform than a money generator. Selling a course for $20, $30 on Udemy is going to give you a lot more money than your 10, 15 cents on AdSense.